So the Airbus engineers are currently working on the transformation of the Airbus A320, and here are the mind-blowing facts about this. We're looking at a plane that will slash fuel consumption by 30%, reduce carbon emission, reduce general noise production, and transform the way we fly. And one other crazy stuff about this transformation is that it breaks the fundamental rule of aircraft design that have remained unchanged for more than decades. So what actually is Airbus producing that is about to shake the world? But wait, before I start up, let us look at the Airbus family and understand why they're actually making this decision of transformation. I mean, coming from the perspective that the Airbus A320 is the best-selling airliner in history, with over 12,000 of these planes delivered to various airlines across the world. So why replace it at the first place? It is going to be replaced because the future requires it. I mean, over time, advancement in aviation needs to be made, and this is just the idea and the perfect time that the Airbus is wanting to make this advancement. And of recent, the Airbus CEO have released that this particular plane is going to be made available by early 2030s. This might sound very far to you, but in the aviation world, this is very close. I mean, it sounds like tomorrow. And Airbus is not just planning on tweaking the wing design or the engine design and all that. They are planning on bringing a whole new innovation that is going to reduce carbon emission by 1 or 2 million tons. That's massive. So firstly, the most significant stuff you're going to notice about this plane is the engine design. We know how normal engines on commercial aircraft look, whereby the engine fan is contained in the engine nacelle and all other components are also contained in the engine nacelle. Now, Airbus is breaking that look by making an engine which is a hybrid of a turboprop fan and a propeller engine. And this design they call the open fan design, where the long blades are exposed outside and they are not contained in an engine nacelle. So you might be wondering, how is this even going to change anything? Well, this is changing aviation for good because their engine design comes to effect in the bypass ratio. Bypass ratio is simply how air flows around the engine core versus through it. And with these current engines of today, as we know in commercial airliners, have a bypass ratio of 12:1, why this distinctive design by Airbus is having a bypass ratio of 60:1. In fact, this engine model has been tested already and it even passed that 60:1 bypass ratio. But still, a bypass ratio of 60:1 is just an optimized standard value for all engines. This is definitely going to reduce fuel consumption by 30%, also reduce the carbon emission and reduce the noise pollution from jet engines. Imagine what this actually means for airlines, with fuel composing about 25% to 30% of the operational cost. So apart from the engine design, let us go into the wing design. Now, why the engines could sound so amazing? The wings that Airbus is planning to integrate into this model is actually the most craziest innovation ever, because these particular wings are breaking the laws of physics and what we know about aviation normally. They are longer, providing more lift, and they are also lighter because they are made from composite material, and they have a narrow taper which enables them to glide safely on the air. Of course, when the plane is able to glide smoothly on the air, it is definitely going to reduce or slash fuel consumption to a good percentage. But now there is actually one challenge which might actually not even be a challenge at the end. The wings of the new Airbus model are very long, and airports have limited sizes for the kind of plane with different type of wing they could accommodate. And of course, Airbus understood all this. But the problem here is that the wing of this plane is actually so long, so we didn't even be able to land on the airport, because airports have various specifications of the kind of plane that can land there, right? Because of the wing size or the wing length. But now Airbus was able to make the wing of the aircraft longer. Definitely they are going to be producing more lift, but now they also made it, because of the fact that it is longer, they were able to make the tip to be foldable. They made the tip to be able to fold upwards immediately the plane lands at the airport, so that it doesn't have any disadvantages due to the length of the wing. So we're not just looking at good different engines, we are looking at wings that could fold up immediately the plane lands to accommodate the size. And of course, the engines are made perfectly to integrate with the wing design, which is a perfect solution in aviation. So let us go to the fuselage. The fuselage of this new model of the Airbus A320 is completely made from composite materials that can be recycled. So it can be said that 40% of this plane fuselage is made from recycled materials, which is not just making this model efficient, but also making it sustainable over a period of time. And not just that, this new model has certain automation that enables the plane to land without any radio signal communication. Like, can you imagine these planes lining up so beautifully on the runway about to take off without any signal communication? And another crazy mind-blowing fact about this new model is that it is going to operate fully on sustainable aviation fuel, unlike current model that have a fewer percentage of SAF. And of course, this is definitely going to increase the demand by airlines of this particular plane model to come in the 2030s, known as a zero emission plane. And as a passenger too, you're going to enjoy a quiet cabin, a comfortable and smooth ride without turbulence. Of course, this is the design for the next generation. If you found this video helpful, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to turn on your notification in case I shoot a new video, and I'm going to catch you on my next video.